Welcome back to the reading of the poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 2. Chapter 241, Part 1. Knowledge is not corruption if it is religion. 3rd August, 1945. When the boat moors in the little harbor of Tiberias, many idlers walking near the little pier come to see who has arrived. There are people of all ranks and nationalities. Thus the long, many-colored Jewish tunics, the dark heads and imposing beards of Israelites, mix with the short, sleeveless white woolen garments, and the clean-shaven, short-haired heads of sturdy Romans, and with the even scantier garments covering the agile, effeminate bodies of Greeks. The latter seems to have absorbed the skillful art of their remote fatherland, even imposing, and look like statues of gods descended upon the earth in mortal bodies, enveloped as they are in white tunics, with classic faces adorned with curly scented hair, and arms laden with bracelets, which their affected movements cause to shine. Many women of pleasure are mingled with the Romans and Greeks, who do not hesitate to show their love affairs in squares and streets, whereas Palestinians refrain from this, although many gaily indulge in free love with ladies of leisure at home. This clearly appears to be the case because courtesans call several Jews familiarly by their names, among them being a Pharisee adorned with ribbons, notwithstanding the fact that the Jews give the women ugly looks. Jesus moves towards that part of the town where the more elegant people gather together. These people are mainly Romans and Greeks, with a few courtiers of Herod's and some rich merchants from the Phoenician coast, presumably from Sidon and Tyre, as they are talking of those towns and emporia and ships. The external porches of the thermal baths are full of such elegant idle people who kill time discussing petty topics, such as the favorite Discopulus, or the most agile and smartest athlete in Greco-Roman wrestling. Or they chatter of fashion and bouquets. Such as the favorite Discobulus, or the most agile and smartest athlete in Greco-Roman wrestling. Or they chatter of fashion and banquets, most beautiful courtesans, and make appointments for pleasure trips, inviting to them the most beautiful courtesans, or the perfumed curly-haired ladies who come out from the thermal baths or other buildings, pouring into this hall like artistic memorial center of Tiberias. The passing group is bound to rouse intense curiosity that becomes really morbid when someone recognizes Jesus, having seen him at Caesarea. And there is also someone who recognizes the Magdalene, although she is completely enveloped in her mantle, with her veil lowered over her forehead and cheeks, so that little of her face can be seen, as she is walking with her head bent. "It's the Nazarene who cured Valeria's daughter," says a Roman. "I would love to see a miracle," another Roman replies to him. "I would like to hear him speak. They say he is a great philosopher. Shall we ask him to speak?" asks a Greek. "Don't interfere, Theodate. His head is in the clouds, and he talks accordingly. A tragedian would like him for a satire," replies another Greek. "Don't become impatient, Aristobulus. He is apparently descending from the clouds, and is discussing sound arguments. See how many lovely young women he has got with him," exclaims a Roman jokingly. "But that is Mary of Magdala," shouts a Greek, who then calls, "Lucius, Cornelius, Titus, look! Mary is over there." "It's not her." "Mary, like that? Are you drunk?" "It is Mary, I'm telling you. She cannot deceive me, even if she is so disguised." Romans and Greeks crowd round the apostolic group, which is crossing the square adorned with arcades and fountains. Some women join the curious men, and it is a woman who goes almost under Mary's face to see her properly, and is dumbfounded when she sees that it is Mary. She asks her, "What are you doing in this guise?" and laughs mockingly. Mary stops, straightens herself, raises one hand and uncovers her face, throwing her veil back. It is Mary of Magdala, the powerful lady against whatever is despicable and mistress of her own feelings, who appears. It is I, yes, she says in her beautiful voice, while her beautiful eyes are flashing. It is I, and I am revealing myself so that you may not think that I am ashamed of being with these holy people. Oh, Mary, with holy people! Come away, do not degrade yourself, exclaims the woman. I have been degraded up till now, but not now. Are you mad, or is it a whim? She replies. A Roman winking and joking says, Come with me. I am more handsome and merrier than that mustached hired mourner who mortifies life and makes a funeral of it. Life is beautiful, a triumph, a joyful orgy. Come, I will excel everybody in making you happy. And the swarthy young man, whose fox-like face is rather handsome, endeavors to touch her. Go away. Don't touch me. You spoke the truth. The life you lead is an orgy, and a most shameful one. I loathe it. Oh, but up till recently it was your kind of life, replies the Greek. She is playing the virgin now, sneers a Herodian. You will ruin these holy people. The Nazarene will lose his halo with you. Come with us, insists a Roman. You had better come with me and follow him. Stop being animals and become at least men. A chorus of laughter and mockery is their reply. Only an elderly Roman says, Respect the woman. She is free to do what she likes. I will defend her. Listen to the demagogue. Did last night's wine upset you? Asks the young man. No, he is hypochondriac because his back is aching, replies another. Go to the Nazarene and ask him to scratch it for you. I will go and ask him to scratch off the filth I picked up being with you, replies the elder. Oh, Crispus has become corrupt at the age of 60, say many laughing, while they form a circle round him. But the man named Crispus is not worried at being scorned, and he begins to walk behind the Magdalene, and they reach Jesus, who has stopped in the shade of a beautiful building, which occupies two sides of the square, with porticos and benches. This has been a reading from the poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 2. Chapter 241, Part 1. Knowledge is not corruption, if it is religion. Thank you for listening. I will see you tomorrow. May God bless you, and may peace be with you.